Translator started as a trio in Los Angeles in 1979, and then became a four-piece in 1980. And after we played in LA for around a year or so, and then we sort of made a group decision to move to San Francisco. So we moved as a band to San Francisco, knowing almost nobody up there. And
Yeah, we had one friend, and we stayed on the floor in his house for a good, was it 6 months or a year almost?
we slept I slept in a sleeping bag in someone's living room for about 6 months,
Yeah.
and until they finally went, so you just about ready to move out? Uh, but it was great, and we got accepted into the musical community up in San Francisco really, really quickly. So it was just really one of those really good moves, and that was in 1980.
Was that so moving up there, you thought you would fit it, so you were accepted into the scene, but moving there, was that because you felt like your sound fit the scene more up there?
Well, we didn't know the scene up here, but we were at our rehearsal studio, Falcon Rehearsal Studios, which is one of these places with just a bunch of doors with rehearsal rooms. And we were there one day, and one room, the band sounded exactly like Talking Heads. The next room, they sounded exactly like Elvis Costello. The next room, the door was open, and a band that we knew was just a local band. They didn't have a record deal or anything. Two of the guys were arguing. I wrote the chorus. I get 30%. Like, we wanted to play music, and we were playing our stuff how we wanted to. And we were doing okay in the clubs, but we were a little weird for most of them, I think. Like remember, Steve, during the fires? There was a big fire, I think it was in Bel Air, and we set up a bunch of black and white TVs across the stage with the fire coverage. And I think we might have only played puzzles for that whole set. It was just noise. We had some guests, and that wasn't the kind of thing. They wanted you to come in, bang out 10 pop songs, sell a lot of beer, and leave. And that wasn't really where we were at. And Larry was from up here, and Larry said, it's way more accepting in the Bay Area. Maybe you should try that. And we went.
And I will say,
we all went, okay.
Well, yeah, I will say one of the first places we went, there was a sort of experimental pop band playing in San Francisco, and the place was packed. And I thought, oh, this is good. We made the right choice, because they were very accepting. And although we had, people who did come to see us in LA who really liked what we were doing, it wasn't completely bleak and, awful, but
no, not at all.
But it was a good,
we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good, it was just the right timing for us to do it. We were all in our early 20s. It just made a lot of sense to go up there then. It was really beautiful.